taking a moment to come online and just connect with you during this Lenten season. I know many of you have already received your release and renew the PDF of this wonderful booklet by Unity World Headquarters. But I just put it on the chat, the link. If you haven't signed up to receive your copy, you could do so now. And during this Lenten season, Reverend Chris and I are going to sporadically just be coming on and sharing with you some of the readings that we found inspiring, and maybe just adding a couple of comments here and there about what it inspires in us. So for me, I love tradition. And I love the traditions that we have at Unity on the Bay to celebrate Lent, for example. A really wonderful time of preparation as we're sort of like opening ourselves to recognizing some of the things that we might need to work on as we go deeper and deeper into understanding our truth and who we are as the expression of that Christ nature, that divine nature that is within us, that we get to celebrate and really honor, especially on Easter. And so as we go into these traditions, it really reminds me that as much as I am all for this idea of conscious evolution and really evolving the ways in which I understand who I am, my relationship with God, my relationship with that Christ nature, right? That I can also lean on some of the traditions and some of the background and some of my history that has really supported me in knowing myself more deeply, right? Like it's a continuum. And so today I wanted to share with you a reading from Release and Renew, this booklet that you can get a PDF of going to our website, that's titled, "Who is this man, Jesus?" For me, it's a reminder that during this time, we can not only focus on that Christ nature, but who this man Jesus was and what he came to share with us. I'd love to hear in the comments, what is your relationship with Jesus? Not just the Christ, but Jesus, the man who was the way shower and who is one that brought us into a bigger opening, right? Like to a bigger opportunity to become more aware of our truth. And so this is part of the reading. It starts with, enlightenment takes place when an individual realizes a oneness with God so profoundly that there is an awakening from this dream of separation, never to return to it or to be seduced by it again. The illusion of separation is gone forever because you realize that there is no one out there who can hurt, harm, persecute, or save you. It's the aha of all ahas, knowing that the life of God is your own life. And so Jesus really, as our master way shower, really opened us up to this understanding of enlightenment. At least it did for me historically, and it's been part of my journey. Goes on to say, what matters is what Jesus taught and still teaches, and how his life can be used as an example for anyone who desires to become free. I love knowing that Jesus and I are made of the exact same God, the exact same stuff. I love knowing that we use the same mind of God and that truly in God, we are perfectly and forever. To wrap it up about Jesus, I would have to simply say, I love this part, Jesus is cool, radically cool. Jesus is the most inclusive teacher I know. He truly sees no color, no race, no sexual orientation, no age, and no sin or behavior within someone that deems that person unworthy of heaven. Jesus taught that heaven is at hand. What that means is that heaven is in this now moment, in this present space and time. When we find it inside of us and we commit to throwing our hearts open and revealing it, we see it everywhere and in everyone. And so, yeah, Melanie, I'm you being uplifted by your mindset as Jesus. I'm uplifted by that example that he provided. I'm uplifted by this within me that just really recognizes Jesus was radically cool. And so during this 40-day period of Lent, I think I'm going to really step into looking at how I can be much more radically cool in that I can be more radically loving, I can do more radical forgiveness. I can be radically an expression of peace. And I can be that inclusive spirit that Jesus was, that really sets the stage for our Christ nature to show up in greater and greater ways. For me, looking at being radically inclusive during this time, especially, it's almost like we're setting the table, for dinner to be shared, right? Like the breaking of bread that Jesus had at the Last Supper with his disciples, and he did on a regular basis with those that were really inspired by him. Because we're setting the table up, like, what is it that I want to invite into that part of the table? All the parts of me that I want to invite to this table, the things that I may have judged as wrong or bad, and the things that I may have judged as good, all of them are a part of me, and I can really own all of those pieces. Recognize that they are all here to teach me something, that they're all part of my evolution. I can be gentle with myself in it. And through that, really do the healing that needs to take place within me so that I can radically then accept that Christ nature that I am and celebrate it and honor it, not just on Easter, but every moment, moment by moment of every day. Anyways, those that were running through my head today that I wanted to share with you. Again, you can request your free copy of the PDF by going to the link that I put on the chat or to our website. And I look forward to sharing more of these readings and these writings with you as we continue through this Lenten season. Have a beautiful day, everyone.